Life outside the garden. An introduction. In the beginning, there was God. Before time, before earth, before breath itself, God created the heavens and the earth, and everything he made was good. But the greatest part of his creation was still to come. Life outside the garden. The gates of Eden closed behind them. Adam and Eve walked away from the garden they once called home. The place where God walked with them. The place of peace. Now, they've stepped into a world shaped by consequence. The earth felt harder. The air felt heavier. Yet God was still with them. A hard new world. Adam worked the soil from morning until night. The ground resisted his hands. Thorns tore at his skin. Adam tired, thoughtful. The ground does not yield easily anymore. Eve gentle, but the Lord still provides. Every drop of sweat reminded Adam of God's words, by the sweat of your brow you shall eat. Yet even in hardship there was hope. The first child. In time, Eve conceived. Pain unlike anything she had known filled her body, and through tears a child was born. Eve relieved, joyful with the help of the Lord. I have brought forth a man. She named him Cain. Adam held his son carefully. Adam said, a new life, a new beginning. The second son. Later, Eve gave birth again. Another son, another gift. She named him Abel. Cain grew strong and determined. Abel grew gentle and observant. Cain worked the ground. Abel tended the sheep. Adam taught them both. Adam teaching, honor the Lord, walk in his ways. But though they heard the same words, their hearts responded differently. Offerings to God. One day, the brothers brought offerings to the Lord. Abel brought the best of his flock, the firstborn, the finest. Cain brought fruit from the ground. God looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but Cain's offering was not accepted. Cain's face darkened. Anger filled Cain's heart. Jealousy took root. God spoke not in anger but in warning. Why are you angry? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not, sin is crouching at your door. You must rule over it. Cain listened, but he did not obey. The first murder. Cain spoke to his brother, come with me to the field. Abel followed trusting, and there Cain rose against his brother. Blood stained the earth for the first time. Abel was gone. The first life lost to sin. God confronts Cain. The Lord came to Cain. Where is your brother Abel? Cain defensive. I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? God's voice was heavy with sorrow. Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Judgment and mercy. Cain was cursed to wander the earth. Restless, unsettled. Cain fearful. My punishment is more than I can bear. Anyone who finds me will kill me. And yet, God showed mercy. No one who kills Cain will go unpunished. God placed a mark on Cain. Protection even in judgment. Adam and Eve's grief. Adam and Eve mourned Abel. No parent should bury a child. Eve wept. Eve broke. Sin has spread further than we imagined. Adam stood in silence, his heart heavy. Job through Seth. But God was not finished. Eve bore another son. She named him Seth. Eve hopeful. God has granted me another child in place of Abel. Through Seth's line, people began to call on the name of the Lord. Hope lived on. Final reflection warm, hopeful. The story of Adam and Eve is not just about sin. It is about mercy, about consequences, about hope. From Eden to exile, from loss to promise. God never abandoned humanity, and one day, the promised Savior would come to restore what was lost. This is where our story began, and this is where redemption was promised.